Once more this year, the 15th annual Metro FM Music Awards, which will be taking place this evening. The prestigious event returns to Durban for the fourth consecutive year, and esteemed legends don't stop. They ask what's next. Joining us from our Durban studio is the creative director of the Metro FM Awards, Josh Lydenburg. Josh, good morning. Thank you very much for joining me.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Awesome, man. It's Metro FM time again. Creatively, when you do an event like this with a brand that is so incredibly iconic, you've got to step up your game every year. Don't you, Josh?
It's not just the brand, it's the people we're celebrating. If the tagline speaks of legends, then we've got to pay homage to those guys. But legends are not only made by the people who make the music, right? It's made by the audience, and that's the beauty of the show. It's the audience that's live in the room, the audience that listens on the radio station every day to all of those fantastic artists, and of course the people watching at home.
Give me a quick sense of what is the mood like ahead of tonight's event. I know Durban is packed. I've been looking on social feeds. Everybody's talking about the energy. There's a fantastic energy in Durban. Just give me your sense of what the vibe's like.
It's unbelievable. There's not a hotel room available. There's no rental cars available. There's no flights available, which poses a bit of a problem for one or two of our production team. But there's an energy here that you can actually feel, not only around the venue, across the whole town, and in the build-up to this as well. It's not just in Durban that I'm feeling this. It's across the country. I was recently in Cape Town and Johannesburg, and I can feel it there. But you know what else? I'm working in Europe at the moment, and people are listening to our music across the globe. South African music is in a very, very exciting place at the moment, and you know, I bumped into some people from London, from elsewhere that were asking me about South African artists. And tonight, tonight's not just about what's happening in Durban. Music spreads. With the help of radio and television, music spreads across our country into the hearts of everybody and across our world.
Creatively, and we started talking at the start of this conversation talking about legends, but creatively, how do you interpret that so that you reflect on the past but make it modern enough for a brand new audience who might not know a legend, that will be introduced to a legend, that they catch on to them, that you've transcended what happened yesteryear into now?
Well, what is a legend? You know, a legend is a giant of our industry. Even if they're new, a song that comes out that is amazing, that touches you, you never forget. It's a giant of a piece of music, made by a giant radio station or a legendary radio station. And so the nominees and winners that we are honoring tonight are held in the palm of the hands of those legends. That's how you reflect on the past, I suppose, and the recent past being as recent as last year, and the year before that, not only 10, 20, 30 years ago, which we do as well. You know, music stays with us a long time, and those legends too, and they offer, you know, that legendary status to the new up-and-coming musicians of today, and some of those are nominees and performers on our stage at the moment, and I mean, that's the thing, right? Music has no boundary. It has no boundary of time. It has no boundary of language or any barrier in that way. So that's how we want to present these awards tonight. It's not something that happens over there in front of us on a stage that is distant away from us, especially at home on television. We want the people at home to feel like they are inside the room with us, because when you're at a music gig live, there's nothing quite live that, right? Like on a stage, when there's a live band or musicians singing, you feel that tangibly and the energy in the room of the people around you, but those musicians on that stage. So we want the people at home to be invited into that room. So we're shooting it and have created it visually and staged it in a 360-degree experience that honors music itself, because that's what music is, without boundary, that 360 degrees.
Yeah. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you about was, many will argue that the Metro FM obviously is quite a prestigious event, but ever since its partnership with Durban, it's been taken to the next level. How creatively are you? What have you created new that we're going to experience tonight? Anything new that you can let the cat out of the bag a little?
Yeah. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much, but there's what you driving when you're driving in the car and you flip over to Metro, and those songs come on, you're going to hear. That's what you're going to hear tonight, and it goes across a range of genre as well, because of course the awards themselves offer categories that are quite diverse. It's what I was talking about now. How do you get that audience at home to feel like they are not just in their lounge, but they on that comfy sofa, but they're partying with us in that venue. So the visuals behind on the screens are not another layer behind them or separate from the music. The performers on stage are not necessarily only facing one way. They are performing to people around them and performing to the music which they literally are part of, and so too the visual experience brings that music alive further. So there are a lot of new technologies we're playing with in the show and the way we're presenting it. The team of people that have put this thing together, I must acknowledge these things are only made by many humans that pull together across way out of their job descriptions to make these things happen. And that's how this thing is being taken a couple of steps further. When you watch this gig tonight, it's going to be like you are live at an amazing concert, and you're standing right there, and you can feel the bass rhythm of these very cool tracks, coming across right into you, because those are the things we remember, right? Those things that hits us hard.
For sure. Josh, we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining me. That's Josh Lydenburg, the creative director of the Metro FM Awards. Setting the scene for us. A little bit later, we'll talk to a lot more people involved in Metro FM. But as you heard, it's going to be a humdinger of an event tonight. It's probably a must-watch event. If you want to find out more details of some of the nominees, maybe not clued in, you can go to www.metrofm.co.za. We take an ad break. You don't go anywhere.